What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and this week is another really light week as far as D&D content goes, as far as what's been officially released and things like that. I think the main reason why is because Dungeons & Dragons is this weekend, Super Bowl weekend, and since this past Thursday at Winter Fantasy, it's a convention in, I want to say Maryland, but I could be totally wrong on that. But anyway, they are there, and that's where they're in official capacity this weekend, so there's a lot of folks out kind of doing that, so that could be why we're not getting a lot of content. But anyway, we do have a couple of little things, some cool streams you might have missed, so stay tuned, and I'll tell you all about them. So it turns out I was completely wrong. Winter Fantasy is in Indiana. In the Midwest, so oops. Anyway, so like I said, not a lot of news. Is going to be a short video. So what are you seeing right here in front of you? This is the Acquisitions Incorporated for the first time at PAX South. So I'm not going to play the video here, but you guys can go ahead and check this. There'll be a link in the description if you want to catch it. I think it's hit YouTube. If not, it's viewable on the PAX Twitch stream. Next up is Dice Camera Action. This is Wizards of the Coast's official, let's get rid of the chat there, official Dungeons & Dragons stream. They used to do them fairly infrequently. They do one once a year for Extra Life, which I try to stream right around the same time. For the big Extra Life weekend, they do a 24-hour. The one year they did a 48-hour. It was crazy. And do all sorts of giveaways. They're really... I mean, obviously it's Extra Life, so it's worth watching because donating for, because it's all towards the kids. But the cool thing is, while you're watching, they'll do like, okay, this hour we're giving away this. So if you donate $50, you get this, or whatever. So I donated this year to get some of the Storm King's Thunder minis before they came out. I've donated the year prior to get a copy of the Monster Manual for MSRP, you know, the $50 for the Monster Manual, but it came, for the 5th edition one anyway, it came signed by the entire Dungeons & Dragons team, and then they throw in stickers, and you get an Adventure League certificate and all this other stuff. It's pretty cool. So, anyway, this is, since they kind of spawned this, I feel like out of that, realizing that D&D streams are bigger and more important. Not important, what the hell am I saying? They're more well-known, and people are picking up on it with things like Critical Role and Acquisitions Incorporated going to streams to the point where it was in theaters this year, which is pretty crazy. So this is their stream, Dice Camera Action. They just started, I believe, last week. They just finished Curse of Strahd, and they just started Storm King's Thunder. But the reason I wanted to draw your attention to this one is Drizzt makes an appearance in this episode. This episode 34 is called Thine Own Elf. Yeah, Drizzt is in it. So that is kind of just interesting to me if you want to see Chris Perkins' attempt at being Drizzt. So that's pretty funny. And lastly, Matt Colvill is on the D&D podcast Dragontalk, talking about how to DM. Might not be a bad thing for some people to check out, veterans and newbies alike. It's always good to hear other people's opinions on dungeon mastering, because I would say every time I've watched any other Dungeon Master DM, whether it be in person, at a game shop, you know, online through a stream or whatnot, you always, there's just one other thing that they do that you just feel like you like. I pick up, you know, you grab stuff and kind of incorporate that into your own style. So hearing more stuff about it only makes you a better dungeon master. And then, yeah, guys, that's it. Like a 3-minute update video. Wow! How about that? Okay, let's see. Can we fix this on the fly? I can't believe I didn't think about that. Where is that? It's on my desktop. So anyway, what you're going to see up here in just a second once I do that, I think. Oh man, this is awful. Position, fit to screen. There we go. Well, that's not accurate. But we're going to try it again with this. There we go. Anyway, up top here is our Out of the Abyss game. We were back on right here behind me at the table. We took a week off because Sean was sick, but we're back. The characters actually entered Blingdenstone. Although we did have a drow fight right outside of Blingdenstone, we actually went in and found out that while Blingdenstone is a nice place and way more receptive to us than any other city we've been to in the Underdark, they do still have their problems. So if you're curious to catch up, you can check it out here, and if you want to see what happens as we start dealing with this first Neblin problems, watch this Tuesday, the 7th, to see what happens. In the middle here, the 5th episode of Horde of the Dragon Queen, my group of ladies that are playing through it managed to, by the skin of their teeth and some interesting tactics, make their way out of the camp. The raider camp that just left the Greenest and sacked it for loot and whatnot. They made their way out. They rescued Leosin Orlanthar, the monk, and got extracted their own party member who was stuck in there with some fairly interesting tactics that's worth checking out. But the reason I also say that's worth checking out is because this Monday, the 6th, they're back at it again. We only play this game every other week, so this Monday, the 6th, they're back in the seats, and we're going to try it out in the seats. What is on? I'm in a weird mood today. Anyway, they're going to be back, so we're going to pick up on that. And then down the bottom is our Curse of Strahd Let's Play. It's not streamed yet. It will be, though. I'm in the process of editing all the previous videos that we've done, and then they're being uploaded to YouTube. There are 6 episodes out right now. What you're going to be watching in the next couple episodes is as the group makes their way through the Death House. It's called the Dead House. It is the Intro to Strahd mission. It is free, by the way, to download. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. That adventure is free to download. It's a milestone experience. It'll get your players from levels 1 to level 3, and that's sort of the intro into Curse of Strahd. So if you had 3rd level characters, you could have them just jump right into Curse of Strahd, pull them into Barovia, and go. If you had level 1 characters, you can pull them in. They make their way through this house, and at the end they come out at level 3. That way it's creepy, and it's sort of themed to Barovia, but I mean, you could be playing Lost Mines of Phandelver, and then all of a sudden the characters wake up in Barovia, the mists surround them, and just throw them for a loop. They thought this game was about rescuing or finding out about Gundren Rockseeker and the mines, and all of a sudden they're fighting vampires. I think it's a really cool way to do it, so keep that in mind. And then lastly, you can click right below me to subscribe. I've been putting out, at least attempting to put out a new video every day, mostly by going through and pulling the old Curse of Strahd videos, but I do have some new videos that I want to make. Some things that people have asked me about that I figure might just be easier to make into a video, like what kind of D&D content do I consume? You know, what videos and streams and things do I watch? What YouTube channels do I subscribe to? Facebook, Twitter, people that I follow or take advice from, and things like that. Because as I was talking about when we were just talking about the D&D podcast, I still watch a lot of videos and get a lot of information from other sources, and perhaps some of these are the same sources that you guys use, or maybe they're entirely new and you never heard of them. So, this will help you guys figure out what I like and what I use when I DM. Maybe it'll help you guys out too. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're enjoying or going to be enjoying the Super Bowl tomorrow, have a good time, stay safe. Also, go Falcons, but mostly boo Patriots.